Then how does Katherine Tai plan to approach trade with China in terms of relations, and how different is it then, her strategy, from her predecessors?
Sure. Well, one thing that we saw with the Trump administration was what a lot of observers described as a really chaotic policy in terms of tariffs could come unexpectedly, be announced on Twitter, and they were really seen as a blunt instrument for dealing with China. Katherine Tai has promised a much more strategic and what she calls coherent China plan under the Biden administration. That includes working with allies globally to confront China. She's also signaled nuance in calling China both a rival and a trade partner and an outsized player who the U.S. needs for cooperation on solving some of the world's biggest challenges.
Eric, so let's look a little bit at her past in order, hopefully, for that to inform us what she might then do moving forward. How does that all come into play with how we think that she might actually approach this issue?
Sure. Well, Katherine Tai spent 3 years at the beginning of the last decade as the chief China lawyer for USTR before moving to Capitol Hill into Congress, where she became the chief lawyer for the Democrats in the House of Representatives and the committee that deals with trade. But she's described herself as somebody who knows all of the tools of enforcement. She says she knows the opportunities and limitations in the existing toolbox for the U.S., but somebody intimately familiar with China and experienced in China. She won a number of cases arguing for the U.S. at the World Trade Organization in Geneva against China. So somebody who is an experienced China hand, certainly running U.S. trade policy at USTR is a big jump from her previous position in terms of chief lawyer for the House committee. But it's something that she's been preparing for years. And she's really earned a reputation as a hard-nosed negotiator, as somebody who is very, very serious and very effective, particularly so on the new trade agreement with Mexico and Canada that President Trump signed into effect last year. She negotiated some of the changes in regards to rules for enforcing labor provisions in that deal, and she's seen as somebody who's going to be a tough negotiator with China.